by special permits. Many times, one drop guys out in the middle of BFE run out of propane at 9 o'clock at night. We had little spare canisters. We'd go out there and fill it and had hoses. Violated every law you could think of, but we had to put a canister in the cab or run the hose out through the window to get them back in the depot.
My trucks had statistically the lowest maintenance of any other depots because I kept them all. I checked the oil. Do what you're supposed to do.
Are you ready? Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to thank everyone for being here this evening and watching and taking part in their city business meeting. First order of business will be my last mayor's report. So I'll get started. I say goodbye with heartfelt thanks for granting me the privilege of serving as your mayor. This is my last full Board of Aldermen session, and I want to thank the people of Herman for having confidence in me and electing me to 2 terms as the Herman mayor. I've taken this job seriously and worked very hard to repay the great trust that our citizens have bestowed on me. I will always honor my time as your mayor. A mayor's job is to lead a city forward. He is to improve the conditions for those that live here, improve the infrastructure, build the economy, and generally make things better than they were before. I don't think anyone would argue with the fact that Herman is much better off today than it was 15 months ago. I'm not claiming any responsibility, any personal responsibility, but simply stating the facts. Please try to think about the city as it existed 4 years ago. These are some of the things that have changed. The operating and infrastructure problems with our utilities are corrected, and they are all operating smoothly and profitably. About 50 new retail businesses have been opened in the last 4 years. The fiscal year just concluded registered the highest retail sales ever. Tourism is calculated using the lodging tax paradigm has broken new records every year. Herman City parks have been improved. The swimming pool has been upgraded. A new kiddie pool was built. Newer and safer children's playground equipment was added. A lighted youth basketball court was installed, and the baseball field restrooms and concession stands were completely renovated in partnership with the Herman High School Booster Club. Our caboose has been renovated by a volunteer committee. Our 1906 firehouse renovation was finished in 2017, but funded by donated funds, and is now the proud home of the Herman Area Chamber of Commerce. $500,000 of new sidewalks were built downtown with grant money. The Veterans Memorial Parkway has been completed by hard-working volunteers who solicited donations to build a beautiful tribute to all our veterans. Fiber optic communication has been installed citywide. It is now operating in Herman. The taxpayers approved an 18-year plan to resurface all of our city streets starting in 2020. The Senior Scenic Regional Library has committed to build a state-of-the-art library in the old Alco building. A new AT&T cell tower is being built as you hear this. A sign ordinance was passed to help regulate sign pollution. A city bus regulation was passed to help with transportation. A guest house safety ordinance was passed to help increase safety for tourists staying in our lodging establishments. There are still many things left to accomplish. A detailed rolling revised action plan should be developed to cover the repairing and rebuilding of all of our city streets. A partnership with local contractors should be established to produce desirable housing, which is desperately needed in Herman. It's needed so that we can attract and retain families and assimilate them into our community. We need to hire a business development director, a function that is not currently addressed but sorely needed. We must continue our efforts to convince MoDOT to build a new bridge over Freen Creek. We should submit a proposal in late summer 2020 for another $500,000 sidewalk grant to finish the sidewalks around our town. We should take advantage of the lower electric cost planned from our electric supplier MOPEP for renewable power and a removal of our demand cap. We can then consider lowering the residential electric fees. It is essential that we continue to emphasize and increase our historically successful tourism business. These are a few suggestions that I have for the incoming mayor, whoever that might be, and alderman, whoever that might be. Number one, get out among the people of Herman and talk with them. Find out what's on their mind and answer their questions. Keep them informed as to what the city is doing and why. Always listen to their suggestions and what they have to say. Number two, remain skeptical of special interest groups. Question in your own mind why they are proposing what they are proposing. 99% of the time, even though their proposal is supposedly for the best interest of the city of Herman, in truth, it is for their own special benefits. Number three, always remember that citizens do not have to come to Board of Aldermen meetings to express their opinions on a matter. They have elected you to listen to them and represent them. Four, when taking a position on a matter, take the side of whatever is the right thing to do. If you make a decision and in your heart truthfully believe it is the right thing to do, you can't go very far wrong. Five, be truthful, be open to the public, don't let outside influences cloud your judgment, and do the right thing. I hope this community will continue to develop an enjoyable balance between the different types of businesses, our residents, our growth, our city government, and our environment. We must reduce unnecessary friction between special interest groups and residents. This will be achieved in time because all sides need each other far more than they realize. Saying goodbye to being mayor was a serious decision. I won't necessarily miss the title, but I will miss being able to help people as their mayor. Thank you. I appreciate very much being your mayor. That's all I have tonight. Mark?
Okay, we're very close to scheduling the demolition of the clinic building on West 6th. We should have a date by the end of the week. MoDOT Aviation, Burns and McDonald, and the city will be reviewing the airport plans within a week or so. Not sure how we're going to do that. Maybe a virtual meeting, I'm not sure yet. City crews are replacing the water line on West 7th Street by the elementary school. Code Enforcement Officer Robert Sitton has been busy with nuisance violations and should begin lodging establishment inspections by the 1st of June. And the pool is ready to open. It's on schedule. The building was painted and the new roof has been installed.
Thank you, Mark. Let's move to the ordinances. Dave?
First one for second reading is bill number 2020-11, an ordinance to revise Herman Municipal Code, section 710.020, sewer service rates.
I move Bill 2020-11, second read.
I'll second, please.
We have a motion made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion is carried.
Next is bill number 2020-12 for second reading, an ordinance providing for the budget for the city of Herman, Missouri for fiscal year 2020-2021 and establishing a salary schedule for officers and employees of the city of Herman, Missouri for fiscal year 2020-2021.
Any further discussion?
Make a motion, bill number 2020-12 be approved. Second reading.
I'll second.
We have a motion made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion is carried. We have old business. This is Jim's discussion, so I'll hand it over to him. Jim?
Well, thank you. In our last meeting, I brought up reference an old ordinance, it was section 500.20020, and it pertains to house numberings and building numberings. I did my research as asked. I got first with Lee Regal, our building inspector. He is very excited about getting the building numbers and the house numbers up. He said he's actually worked on it for a few years. The ordinance is there, is 51 years it's been on the books. Now, according to and each of you have a copy of that in your unfinished business. The second page is a copy of the International Code, section 319. And it's in there, what I had suggested is to a 4-inch high numbering. That is in the International Code. Also, I guess through Lee, through Melanie, I have a copy of the New Haven City Ordinance. It has a copy of the Fire Code, and it's basically word for word identical to the building code. So we have everything I's dotted, T's crossed, so it's all there. So with the rest of the board here, take in consideration, what I had in my mind to do is, if you look at the copy of the section 500.020, and you get down to section C, I would recommend leaving in the first sentence that says, where it shall be the duty of the owners and occupants of every building hereunder to have place thereon, and then insert the building code directions, and then go ahead and leave down as after receiving notice to do so from the clerk shall continue in his or her failure to so number such housing, building, or structure shall be fined $1 for each day during or which a failure to do so number continues. I would allow those two sentences in there. Insert the builder's code, which specifies a 4-inch number. Lee Regal had mentioned it to me, and then I actually seen Melanie got a copy of the actual international code, and it's in the fire code. I was questioned, but it's in that code. It says the house building numbers shall not be spelled out. Some of them look really nice spelled out. It'd be like 6 SIX 0 ZERO 2 TWO, but this specifies it cannot be spelled out. I think we're going to adopt the international code, the fire code. It's in both of them. We need to adopt it as that.
What do you think about it?
Here, 4 inches, you can go larger if you desire.
Minimum of 4
It has to
inches.
be a minimum of 4.
If you want to go to 6, and be placed upon, visible from the street. And I think it says in there too, if your house sits far enough off the street you can't be seen, then you can put another sign in your yard or something. I do know we do have some residences that sits back far enough, and they use the mailbox for mail delivery. So therefore, putting the house number, building number on that mailbox would suffice, at least in my recommendation.
I have a question for Dave over here. If everybody meets all the conditions on this except the size of the current lettering they have on their house, would there be a grandfathering in on this, or would they all be required? No grandfathering?
No, they'd all be required to
Okay,
comply.
that question was asked to me and I did not know the answer, so, okay.
I think it actually says in the ordinance, it's the current existing and anything new built will fall underneath this code. And the main purpose of that is anybody that's ran for office, that's been out and campaigned door to door, we have a lot of residences that are not numbered.
Or there's something growed up in front of them, or they've been painted to be the same color as the surface of
And
them.
to help the first responders, law enforcement, getting called for a disturbance or what have you, a fire department, During the daylight, maybe the smoke will show or the flames at night, but maybe it's a little electrical fire where they have trouble finding it. We have some really good local boys, they know where everybody lives, and then the ambulance. If they get called for myocardial infarction, seconds counts. 5 seconds may be too late to get the old ticker going again.
Jim, would you like to give your information to the city attorney and have him put that in ordinance form?
I would.
Okay. Is that okay with everyone?
I think
The other older people agree,
And
yes.
it'll be read twice, so when it comes back, if it's not quite exactly, you want to change something, that's when you change it, and then you can vote on it, or you can vote on it.
What I would ask is, once we get the ordinance, we vote on it, we pass it, if we can get with the monthly billing to have a copy or detailed information to be added to the monthly billing. I know also too, they talked about let's put it off until the first year. I have a comment for that, but I won't say that, but this will take a couple months, because by the time we get it, it's gonna be June. May bills will be sent out already, so it'll be 2 or 3 months that they'll have it, and then I think we should kick it in and
When it comes.
when it gets here.
And check with Carol, because she sometimes has people scheduled to insert things in her bills that are reserved. You can't, not all of them. I don't know if you have any coming up.
I have one, not this time, but next time I will.
Okay.
These numberings are to purchase locally here in town.
They are not expensive. I was not in compliance on this ordinance. I did not realize it until Jim pointed it out to me. I have the house numbers, but they were not in the proper spot. They were not visible. They were not easily visible. I went ahead and did it. It cost me less than $5 to put those 3 numbers on the front of my house.
Well, that's because you charged the gym.
Yeah, Jim.
But what about somebody has it brassed on their, front of their house in their brick or whatever, and it's not 4 inches?
Well, technically, if it's not 4 inches, the minimum of 4 inches, I'd have to say it's in violation. It should mention in both fire code and the national code in contrasting color.
It's easy to do. It's not gaudy. It looks good. I mean, like I said, I wasn't in compliance. I now am.
Okay, Dave, do we need to have some kind of resolution, or no, it's okay? Everybody said it's okay.
We'll just put it on the draft of the next agenda that goes out and
Okay,
get it ready to go.
all right. Good job.
Thank you.
Is there any other old business? Is there any new business? Okay. Do we have any citizen comments? I don't see any. Trish, do we have anything turned in for citizen? Okay. So we don't have any citizens' comments. Motions for minutes. What do we want to do with the minutes?
I move to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Minutes are approved. What about invoices for payment, Bruce?
I'll make a motion to pay the bill.
I'll second.
Why change now? It's been over 4 years. We have a motion made and seconded to pay the bills. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion's carried. We have a motion to reappoint Mark Borzillo, Mike Langell, and Alicia Gears to the Park Board.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay.
May I say something on the
Just a second,
park?
please.
May I say something on the park board that we still have a couple openings, so if anybody is interested in serving, we could use a couple more people.
Okay, in case you didn't hear that, which you probably did, but in case you didn't, the park board has a couple of openings which they're very interested in filling. Bruce is the liaison there, and so if anybody's watching and they're interested in the park board, or the parks, or the future of the parks, or they'd like to use the parks, please give us your name, and we will have the park board contact you. You can probably call Trish or any alderman. You can call me, but I'll have to hand it off in a little bit. So, thanks, Bruce, we appreciate that. So now, we have a motion to reappoint Mark Brazillo, Mike Lanchell, and Alicia Gears to the park board.
So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. They're all appointed. We have an item to reappoint Jessica Gerlman and Joy Lose to the Arts Council. Any discussion? Do we have a motion?
So moved. Go ahead, Jim.
Make motion to approve the appointments.
I'll second.
Motion's made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. They're appointed. We have a approved municipal corporation quitclaim deed for Frank Trites, Lot 77, West 9th Street. Trish, I assume this is a clean up, make everything neat deal.
Yeah, just like there with the chain of title and the next one as well.
Well, let's do them one at a time. What about Frank Trites? Do we
I
have-
move to approve and accept it. Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. It's approved. Next one is to approve municipal corporation quitclaim deed for Edna K. Adams, all of Lot 19 on West 3rd Street.
I move to approve.
Second.
We have a motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion is approved. We have a special event application, Big Bam, on the Katy, Lower City Park, camping, concert, and vendors, September 28 and 29, 2020.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion's approved. Last, and I mean last, for me, approved tourism public relations contract with DeBlaze and Associates for the Jazz Festival. Any discussion? Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Have a motion made? Seconded? Second here with Jim. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion is carried. There be no...
I have a question on the Herman City Pool. Is this from Irma? Is it these guidelines, or where's this from?
It is from multiple sources, but mainly I think Melanie modeled it after Owensville's policy, but she consulted Myrma with those as well.
Just an extra little added safety factor.
But I mean, when talked about it at the park board meeting, that's why I just...
I know I sent it to Mark Brazillo today and asked him if he had seen it, and he had not.
Okay, thank you.
Is this something that'll be before the board, or is this something they can do themselves at the park?
It's just a guideline, I mean,
Yeah,
I just didn't know where
I
it
just
came
wanted
from.
the park board to be aware, you know, in case somebody asked for them, that there would be these extra safety precautions.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Is there any other comments?
I do have one question. Planning and zoning, I think approved a couple.
Yes, they did.
How come they weren't on here?
Well, because it didn't have the amount of days necessary for a public
Okay, I was
hearing.
just curious. 'cause I-
Trish knows about that.
So the next meeting will be a busy one because we will have swearing in of new officers, and we will have 2 short public hearings at the top of the meeting.
It's cool. Forget time to vote.
Thank you, and I know that's very interesting, of high interest. On June 2nd, we have a city municipal election. It's incumbent on everyone to please vote. It's high interest, it is very important to your city, future, and so forth, and I don't know how to emphasize too much the importance of everyone getting out and voting. If for some reason you can't vote, because you're afraid to go to the polling place because of COVID-19, or you can't get out, or you for some reason just can't go, call the city attorney, or call the county clerk.
Hey, yeah.
Don't call Dave, call the county clerk, and there's a complete, a procedure for that, and you can vote with an absentee ballot. So please, don't find any reason not to vote, find a way to vote. Okay, but don't call Dave Philippe. All right, thanks, everybody. I've enjoyed all 50 months of it, and good luck, and I know everything is going to be great. Thank you. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Thank you.
I did.
I couldn't get rid of it.
Your stuff there?
I did something.
This is where I was insert that.
All right, well, good for you. You've always done that.
New Havens, if you want to see how they're stated.
That's
I
all right.
like the idea where it just points out that the owner occupant is liable and it's $1 a day if they pay it. Make sense? Yeah. Thank you. So,
That's always
always is. Yeah, like if you pay them, yeah, it is.
Did you make any Sunday things?